Hey there, guys. We're going to be going to the Veritas trial and trying it with Pone to showcase some of the skills she can use. We're also going to be taking Epsilon Nichol, which is a unit I don't use too often, and we're going to take him to a serious trial this time. And I've been bringing Ace a whole lot, so we're going to bench Ace and bring Ashura Akstar instead. So our team is going to be Sayaka for healing, and I gave her Provoke, so she can provoke the attacks on the final fight. We're going to do Ignacio as our cover tank. He's also going to be provoking for the first 3 fights and doing things like buffs and such. Epsilon Nichol will be our buffer, mitigator. He can also fill limit gauge and do some resistances. We're going to do Pone for, again, buffing, mitigations, etc. But most importantly, she can imbue, imperil, and debuff or increase our elemental damages. We're going to do Ashura Akstar as our DPS. Now, he is a little bit squishy, so that's going to be kind of a problem, but overall, we should be okay-ish. And we're going to bring Keys. He's really well geared as well. We're going to be doing Limit Burst as our primary damage on this encounter. Alright, let's give this a go. So I've tried this a few times. I've been having to work out the kinks, but now I know pretty much what's going on for this kind of a setup. So to start off, we're going to use Magic Mitigation and an Unlock with Nichol, while Sayaka will give us a Limit Fill, and we're also going to do a Barrier and General Mitigation with her. Ignacio is going to give us Resistance and... oh, that's the wrong skill. And Magic Cover. Pone is going to power up herself. She's going to imbue our team with Holy, and she'll give us a resistance buff. And then the Akstars are going to charge up for burst on next turn. Alright, so this first turn is going to be a little bit painful, probably. Well, we might even cheat death on the Akstars. Or we might lose our our Ignacio. But that's okay, we're good. So we'll go ahead and get Ignacio back alive, because that was kind of rude. So let's get him back up. And then let's just do a little bit of a limit fill with her. Alright. Now we will fill limit with Nichol, which is his best ability. We'll use limit with Pone, which that's going to power up our elemental damage. That's going to give us an imperil on the enemies. And it's going to give us a 250% stat buff. And now for the Akstars, we'll just use their limit, and hopefully just close out this fight right away. Outstanding. Alright, so a little bit dangerous. As you saw, our Ignacio got destroyed, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so this fight's a little bit more of a headache, because you can't one-shot Ice Veritas on turn 2. You can on turn 1, but this team is not built for turn 1 damage. Alright, so we're going to power up Pone, we'll do a Holy Imbue, and we'll do a Physical Mitigation. Sayaka is going to give us Break Immunity and her Barrier. Ignacio is going to cover, or give us a Resistance buff, and he's going to cover Physical. Alright, and we will power up the Akstars. A lot of clicking. And chain up here. Alright, so turn 1, Veritas of the Earth is going to give a immunity buff to Ice Veritas, which basically just artificially stalls the fight a little bit. You know, because of that, we can't really do anything. The friend got hit really hard, so he cheated death, but that's okay. Cheat death is super useful on this encounter. So let's AoE Dispel and heal the team. Now, as you see, we removed all the buffs except for the mitigation buff. Our Limit Burst is not quite ready, so we'll use Nichol to fill Limit Burst on the team. We'll now use Pone to imperil everyone, while our Akstars will kill Earth Veritas. Now, we're not going to be able to kill Ice Veritas because of that immunity buff. Hopefully this guy dies here, because he's kind of tanky. Oh, not quite. Alright. That should be fine, because he's actually the tankiest unit of the whole fight. So we're going to do this. We're going to buff our team. We should be okay here. Turn 2 is relatively non-threatening. Alright, now we're going to just chain 3 times. Oh, that's the wrong skill. On the Earth Breedus and take him out. So this guy should die right here. Yep, perfect. Alright, let's see. Sayaka, I want to use your limit, and I want to use Ignacio's limit. That cures all the imperils and such. Now Nichol can fill those limits back up. Pone can, let's see here, let's do some mitigation buffs, and we'll do a mana regen. Alright, now the mitigation is gone on Ice Breedus. Can finally kill him. So we will limit. He should still be imperiled and all. He is. Alright, Pone will give us a limit damage buff. And actually, let me power her up first. Let's see, power up, limit damage. Alright. We'll get Nichol ready to fill limit as we kill this boss. And then we'll use Sayaka to cap, because we don't have the big buff right now from the first turn we did. So damage is a little bit lower, but it's fine. So there we go. Yeah, the mitigation on Ice Breedus is kind of irritating. Alright, so this fight is another one that's pretty painful on turn 1, so we might even have deaths again, but we've got guts, so we should be okay. Alright, let's do that. Ignacio will give us fire resist, and he'll do physical cover. Alright, Sayaka will give us, let's see, a big barrier. And we'll do status immunity. Actually, let me think. Let me power up Pone, let's imbue Holy, and let's do a physical mitigation, which actually gives us a barrier, so we don't need a barrier from her. So we'll do break immunity and stat immunity. Alright, now we'll power up our Axe Stars. Hopefully they don't die on this turn. You know, this is kind of risky doing it this way. Axe Stars are very, very squishy. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it didn't work. Alright, let's see here. So, I mean, it worked, but yeah. Alright, so they buffed themselves. Let's go ahead and dispel everyone and get our poor tank back alive, who is not using evasion. Alright, we will limit with Pone, and let's hopefully take this fight out right here. This is a little messy, but it's working out okay. And we'll use Nichol to heal the team and refill our limit gauge. Alright, let's chain, and Nichol can heal the team. We go into the next fight fully healed. Perfect. Alright. Now this fight is super dangerous as well. Alright, we're going to use Nichol to again buff up and give us a resistance buff. Pone. Now we can't imbue Holy for obvious reasons, so we'll imbue water instead. And let's do a physical mitigation. Ignacio is going to... He's going to magical cover. And he's going to do a... let me think. What's the best way to do this? Yeah, I need a magic cover. We don't need resist. We don't need mitigation. I guess we're going to do a big defense and spirit buff on the team. Alright, and now we're going to provoke with Sayaka, because the boss dispels single target at the start of the round. Alright, and the Axe Stars will just do their usual power up. Oh, we're a little bit short on mana. That's okay. We'll just dual cast. That's all we need. Can the friend do all three? Nope, a little bit short on mana as well, but all we need to do is dual cast. Alright, now if we survive this turn, we'll be good. It's going to be kind of painful. Oh, well, there goes our tank. Oh, I'm being so abusive to see Ignacio this fight. I feel bad. Alright, so they're buffed, but whatever. Let's see here. Let's get our... Honestly, I think we're probably going to win here. So let's go ahead and do this with Pone. And let's go ahead and do our limits. Yeah, so Ignacio can stay dead. Whatever. So we two-turned all the battles with the exception of the Ice Veritas because he cheats and goes immune for 3 turns. There's not really much I can do about that. So there we go. That was quite effective and fun. Pone's buffs are super powerful. Axstar's burst is really good. And Epsilon Nichol with his limit fill is very helpful as well. Alright. Hope that's been amusing. I'll see you guys for the next one.